Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes, I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us. And that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012. I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can. And everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke. I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own. Ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name. I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave a Ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just want to keep us broke, cause they ain't putting none in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't want to see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor or the governor and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do, okay y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws, they the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court calls. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon, they had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back, grocery store food better, custody of your kids back, homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the pros.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business in my city? Yeah, they closed all them twice. I was just riding down Salem, all them damn potholes, I can't drive. I know y'all can fix it faster, but I know y'all won't try. Don't nobody care about us. and that's why I don't vote. Voted for Obama back in 2012, I remember that's when I had hope. He was saying, yes, we can, and everybody got less food stamps. And when I turned 21, I was still broke, I'd never vote again. I don't think I ever had a president make my life better. Did it all on my own, ain't no politician ever do a nice gesture. I don't even know the mayor's name, I ain't never seen her one time ever. Tell me how she gonna help the city. What I'm supposed to do, write letters? What I'm supposed to do, blame Trump? He ain't never really gave a Ain't nobody raised minimum wage. None of these jobs pay enough. I think they just want to keep us broke, cause they ain't putting nothing in place for us. This how all my people feel, but we gotta learn. We complained enough, let me change it up. Everything I just said, everybody I know think the same way. See, they don't want to see us vote, and we never do, so we see the same thing. But all our votes really do count, and they'll never really let it show. So now I'm finna break it down, cause if I don't, you would probably never know. First thing first, you know back in middle school when they taught us, it was 3 branches of the government. We forgot it when we got older. It's the judicial, the legislative, and executive. But all we know is the executive. That's the mayor, or the governor, and the president. Now none of them 3 people make no laws, they just be checking them. The laws come to their desk and all they do is say no or yes to it. So when the news station tried to tell us that Barack Obama couldn't put us on, we was all salty at Obama when it was the Congress members all along. We gotta focus on the legislative branch, yeah, they the ones that make the laws. Yeah, they the ones write how much food stamp money you get on the card. But when people that wanted to help us wanted the job, I know they probably lost. Cause we ain't even know their name, we ain't know their face, we ain't know it all. So the Congress or the State House, that's legislative, they make laws. So what we want from the president is what they do. Okay, y'all? See, they election every 2 years, but we don't ever even go to those. The Congress, they can raise minimum wage, but we ain't even really know it though. So you know how back in 08, when we all voted for Obama, we was all supposed to go back in 2010 and vote for the Congress. Cause they the ones make child support laws. They the ones choose if your kids at school get to eat steak or corn dogs. The State House make the court costs. So if the country failed, then you can't say it's them, it's your fault. Cause y'all ain't know to vote for Congress members that was for y'all. And they don't gotta leave after 4 years, and we just let them sit. See, they don't wanna tell you this, they want you to focus on the president. Now the third branch is the judicial, that's judges. They the reason why John Crawford and Trayvon ain't had justice. So when Meek Mill got locked up just for popping willies, we blame the judge and not the city when they let her get voted in, cause they ain't know who to vote against. Imagine life on the other side. Roads better, schools better, everybody get their license back, grocery store food better, custody of your kids back, homeless people get new shelters. If we gon' fix the U.S., we gotta start with them 2 letters, me and you. Somebody told us that the government wanna keep us broke, but the only reason why those people in the government is cause we ain't vote. And I ain't talking about the president, I'm talking about the ones we ain't know. See, they was gonna try to keep it low, but it's gonna hurt them when they see the pros.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up, so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
Enough electoral votes, more than 270, more than enough to become the 44th President of the United States. He will be the first African-American President of the United States.
I've been broke all my life, but I kept hope all them nights. You see business.
This episode of the Cab Grand Rising Show is brought to you by Autochthonous Assembly, where the real work gets done. For the first-time visitors who may be wondering who Autochthonous Assembly is, Autochthonous Assembly, or A2 for short, is a gathering of minds that do the work. A2 is a non-profit organization dedicated to raising up Indigenous Americans' voices by using genealogy, also known as family history or family tree. Genealogy is the study of families and the tracing of their lineages in history. Genealogists use oral interviews, historical records, genetic analysis, and other records to obtain information about a family and to demonstrate kinship and pedigrees of its members. Autochthonous Assembly's core values are the foundation of its company, essential to its success, and serves as the lens through which it evaluates every business decision. The core values are integrity, know and do what is right, respect, treating others the way you want to be treated, responsibility, embrace opportunities to contribute, servant leadership, serve the common good. Along with a key emphasis on genealogy, A2 is also committed to providing our communities with information and access to available grants and funding through the Department of Housing and Urban Development, the United States Department of Agriculture, the Farm Service Agency, and other departments and agencies that offer programs to help them become self-sufficient. Building on a strong community reputation, Autochthonous Assembly continues to strengthen the growth of the relationship and development of our communities. Peace and Grand Rising.
Warning, warning, warning. Hard hats, pickaxe, shovels, boots required.
Grand rising, peace, peace, peace. Hope all is well with everyone in the chats this rising. How's everyone doing this rising?
Grand rising, everyone. Doing great. How you doing?
Oh, great. Much better than how it was yesterday rising.
Man, yeah.
Prayers go out. Prayers and good wishes and good vibes and energy to all the families that were affected over Sunday night and Monday morning through the string of tornadoes that went through. Because there's a lot of areas here that's just getting back running normal. So again, condolences and prayers to anyone who's having hard times through what happened over Sunday and Monday.
Absolutely.
Peace to the chats. Peace, everybody. Peace.
Other than that, what's been going down?
Greetings and grand rising, everybody.
It's going down.
Hey, Copper Indio.
All right. How's everybody?
Good.
Man, I catch up with some marathon, man. I don't know. They're running marathons out here, Copper.
What happened to the mustard?
But that marathon still going on sellout? They still running?
Look, in the quarantine, you can do anything when it comes to exercise. It's okay. It's approved. All right. So we're running all day and all night.
I think I've ever known or haven't known.
They're breaking. Hey, when you disappear and run, I mean, you ain't even got to run if you can disappear.
What, they got them new Nikes that dropped? The Houdinis.
You can't shoes.
The Houdinis.
You can't see them.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Dorothy, there's no place like home, and you click the heels 3 times? They click it 3 times and poof.
running. But yeah, other than that, peace to the chats.
Anything interesting? Anyone?
There's a lot of interesting stuff in life. And I guess I appreciate the time that we have to learn the differences between reality and imagination, creativity.
Look at that word again. One of my favorite words for this year, creativity.
Man, do you remember in elementary school where they taught you how to do like panoramic projects and build houses with popsicle sticks and all that stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I realized that some of those things never go away into adulthood.
You know it.
Yeah, there's a lot of adulthood stuff that in childhood, adolescence. Hey, you still around? Okay, all right. Okay, I'll use this skill now.
I said, woke up the other day, thought I lost it, made a move. I found it.
Man.
What we got for the people today?
Well, you know, we got another good one today, dealing with some more farm funding resources.
Oh, shoot.
And today's Rising Show is Public Garden Funding Resources. And I'll be posting a link. Y'all give me about 10 seconds and I have the links in the chat.
Today's show is brought to viewers like you who make all things possible. Okay, it was funny to me. My bad.
But it's the truth, though.
Absolutely the truth. Okay, I got the link up. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You're gonna share your screen now.
Share my screen. All right.
You don't have to. But you can.
Yeah, that you're giving me an option, and neither one of it. Okay, tell me what to do. What am I doing? What's my motivation?
Excuse me. What's my motivation? No, I was saying if you would like to share your screen, you can. Man.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. Can you? Bones? Can you? Would you? Matter of fact, I was thinking about the Zoom chat. Never mind. I changed my mind. I'm going.
Wait, what? You just lost me.
Remember, I need to reset. Time out from the game.
Okay, I'm sharing screen. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't think about that. Okay, I'm sharing screen now. You up there, and you up there. There we go. Share. It's at the top now. I don't understand why they upgraded and then put it at the top. Can you see? Is that reading now?
Do you?
I didn't hear you say it again.
Do you?
Okay.
You can't got the link in all the chats.
Okay. I'm sharing screen and I'm reading. American Public Gardens Association. This is publicgardens.org. Public garden funding. Let's make this bigger. There we go. Public garden funding resources. There are many grants available to nonprofit gardens that may be applicable to your wants and the needs as a public garden. Many have restrictions, so please make sure you are eligible before applying. Have a grant or other funding opportunity to add to the list? Let us know at info@publicgardens.org. American Academy of Dermatology Shade Structure Grants. The AAD Shade Structure Grant Program awards grants of up to $8,000 to public schools and nonprofit organizations for installing permanent shade structures for outdoor locations that are not protected from the sun. In addition to the grant, the AAD also provides a permanent sign for display near the shade structure.
Mic check.
1 2 1 2.
All right, so shout out to Indian River Road, but if you can hear me, shade structure, what count are they going to talk about? What counts as the shade structure? Is that like if you wanted to cover a bus stop
Hold on.
or something? Okay. Did you hear my question? Was it breakdown?
Yeah, no, I heard you.
Okay, no, so you ain't got to go too far. That sounds like something I was thinking about, but I just want to know what you're going. Shade structure, right? You said shade. It's a shade, lighting shade.
Oh, so awnings.
Yeah, that's what yeah. Right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's all about planting trees or
no, it's awnings. So if you can, well, let me see if it'll let me I'm looking for pictures to blow up. Give me a second. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the screen, but the pictures aren't blowing up much more, but you've got like this awning over this play area. Let's see if it shows me some pictures here. These hot links.
Yeah, I've seen like rec centers and things, places having like back of the buildings, certain shaded areas.
Yeah, it's basically awnings.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, we can. I just wanted to make sure that's what that was.
Yeah. Those are pretty cool awnings, though. So yeah, shade structures, and the amounts are awarded up to $8,000. So obviously, it doesn't cost much to establish shade structures.
They got a grant for that.
Man, look.
Any niche. It seems like you can have a niche for anything. I'm just saying, what is out there? And there's a program.
Remember again, the title of this is Public Garden Funding. This is public garden funding.
I had a very bad joke. I'm just gonna keep reading.
It's good.
But it's so funny to me. Annie's grants for gardens. Annie's offers grants for gardens donations to schools and other educational programs that help build school gardens. Since 2008, they've directly funded more than 295 gardens because they believe that gardens help connect kids to real food. Grants are issued annually. Amounts awarded $5,000 to $2,500. Oh, but yeah, that's $5,000 to $2,500. Yeah, okay. And Annie's Garden, let's click on this hot little link real quick. Nope. Return to homepage. There we go. Happiness starts here.
Ain't Annie's that brand they sell in the store?
Yes, it is.
Okay. It's like organic or non-GMO at the very least.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And it's only in that non-gluten, the organic section.
Yeah, hey y'all. Hey, I used to get those fruit snacks for the children.
I'm trying to tell you.
They got mac and cheese. I don't need the mac and cheese.
You're talking about Annie?
Yeah. Talking about Annie.
Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie?
Oh, she all right. Look where she at. Look what she did.
Oh, shoot. All right. Let's go back real quick. All right. California Department of Pesticide Regulation Alliance Grants Program. DPR's Pest Management Alliance Grant Program, established in 1997, provides funding for projects that increase implementation and adoption of proven, effective, integrated pest management, IPM, practices that reduce pesticide risks to human health and the environment.
IPM is a buzzword for farming and gardening. You better get your integrative. What is it? Integrated. Is it integrated? Pest management. Integrative. Pest management. Get rid of your pests the healthy way. Don't use no.
And the amount awarded is unknown. Geographic restrictions, California only.
So some of these grants have restrictions to region. These grants and loans and programs and funding.
Some of them
be regional.
I think this.
I think it's specific to the business too, right? The business that's helping probably wants to help, like, you know.
Yeah, I think that one may be the only one.
A lot of times in the grant, yeah, because it's California. That grant is based on the California Department of Pesticide.
Yeah.
And California rules for pesticide wouldn't be the same as Arizona rules for pesticide.
Facts, yeah.
Hold on, it's about to get good. 782 Bones, don't do it.
It's too late.
Hey, listen, I told you what happens. Didn't I say what happens when people attempt to push my buttons? I don't have no buttons, so don't try to push them.
What? Try to push them.
Yeah. You know me, push my buttons. I find more programs that our people of our communities can use. Let's do it. Don't tell me it ain't real. Don't ask me for proof, because I'm gonna bring it back.
Don't ask me. Say to the face.
Slap.
Ow!
Community.
I hit you this rising.
Flap, flap. Calling with a 2-piece.
That was weeks ago. I'm partying.
We not talking chicken.
I couldn't get the funding. That was weeks ago.
Oh man, you had to bring back the excuses. The excuses series.
Excuses, and where they go, I follow.
Oh man, tangents. We like tangerines. Right? What are we talking about?
And this section of Cabin Rising Show is brought to you by excuses. Throw them out the window.
Throw them out the window.
With funding like yours.
Make sure nobody behind you. When you do it.
Man, why you hit me with them excuses? You had a box full.
I had to put that on Waze. Hazard on the road. What is this?
Excuses on
Somebody
whack.
threw their excuses out the window. It's a hazard.
This is burning excuses on whack.
What you said? The excuses are whack? Yeah, I agree.
No, because you know how you burn on wax. Just saying, excuses on whack.
Just look, but you ain't even no finish. You just whack. We'll give you the first part of the etymology.
Putting the ack in whack.
No on it. We ain't gonna put no kazoo on it for you. Where are we, Gabrielle? Where you ain't reading? Why are you letting this happen?
Excuses brought to you by a non-achiever like you.
You in control. That's why you're doing it.
Okay, I can't. Your head bad. Bones is double cousin fault.
Oh, blame me. Okay. Everybody has proof that it's both of us, but okay.
Why you gotta bring everybody in it? Okay. I'm reading. It's about to get good. Oh, okay. Okay. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, environmental education grants. Several applicable EPA grants are offered in the area of environmental education. Let me click on this hot link real quick. There we go. Learn about EPA, United States Environmental Protection Agency. What? Professional Development Educator Awards, your recognition awards, funding opportunities, resources and publications, healthy school environments. This is the EPA funding you send me. Okay, my bad.
Rolling with the double E.
Amounts awarded, variable. Oh, so that means it's open. Okay.
Yep, depending on the need.
Herb Society of America, grants for educators. The Herb Society of America's mission is to promote the knowledge, use, and delight of herbs through educational programs, research, and sharing the experience of its members with the community. The grant awards innovation projects that enhance herbal education in school systems, in communities, or in any public forum. Electronic or...
Hold on, and what? What'd it say?
Electronic.
No, before the electronic, what was them 3 places where you can implement that again?
Oh, school systems, communities, any public forum.
Any public forum?
Hold up. What was the last one? Any public forum?
Don't we got a public forum?
Yep.
I don't know, Bones, do we?
Uh-oh.
Some people act like we ain't got one of them.
And it don't have to be physical. What it got in parentheses? Electronic, all person to person. Hold on. Don't we have a form that's electronic? Hey, we qualified, y'all.
We ain't do nothing yet. .com.
One day when I grow up, I want to be a real business.
Well, first of all, you got to stop following them around.
But it's not my fault. Oh, amounts awarded up to $5,000. Geographic restrictions, the United States only.
Hold up. We in the United States, dog.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
We ain't talking jurisdiction or anything, are we?
This race.
We talking funding.
Okay.
It got my favorite word in the beginning, fun.
Fine.
Institute of Museum and Library Studies grants. Several applicable grants are offered through the Institute of Museum and Library Studies. In the fiscal year 20 budget passed on December 30th, 2019, an additional $3 million was allocated for the museums Empowered and Inspire. Grants for small museums. Learn more here. So let me
Hold up. Wait a minute. Stop the presses. You trying to tell me December 30th, 2019 of last year, they added an extra $3 million towards the grant, and this grant is for anyone who's interested in starting a small museum? So meaning, if we had members of our community that wanted to start an American Indian museum, all they have to do is identify the museum as American Indian in the Constitution and bylaws? Is that what we saying?
Hey, man.
Yes, yes.
Look
at this. Native American Library Service, basic grants. Native Hawaiian Library Service.
Meaning, we can do what? Start our own American Indian library, y'all.
I just want to point out that so far doesn't sound dangerous.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to worry about nobody coming to get you in 5 years, because you put in some falsified paperwork, UCC codes, all this backwards business stuff the individual's trying to show you. But then when it's time to show you, they too busy running. Yeah.
Running.
Stinky, come back, give me a ride. Amounts awarded, variable. Museums Assessment Program. MAP, Museums Assessment Program, offers 5 different museum assessments: organizational, collection stewardship, community and audience engagement, education and interpretation, new, and board leadership, new. They have a questionnaire online to help you decide which consultative map assessment is a good match for your institution. Download this short quiz and then apply online.
Hold on. Not only the one before it was giving away grants for you to start a small museum. Now you got the next one that's giving you funding for education and other purposes for your institution. Mm-hmm. Say what? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since 1981, they've helped more than 5,000 small and mid-sized museums of all types strengthen operations, plan for the future, and meet standards. Through a one-year process of self-assessment, institutional activities, and cultivated peer review with a site visit and recommendation, your museum emerges with, look at all these bullet points. Greater alignment of activities, mission, and resources, analysis of its strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities, prioritize roadmap for improving operations and meeting standards, practices, benchmark to standards, enhance credibility with potential funders and donors, improve communication between staff, board, and other constituents. Man. Expert advice, thank you for that. Recommendation and resources, increase capacity for strategic planning, prepare for core document verification, accreditation, and re-accreditation. What? That sounds like business. And they award amounts awarded valued at $4,000 to $6,000. Whoa. So it's cheaper to start a museum. Man, okay.
Well, let's look at it this way. We have a lot of issues with our story and our history because a lot of it has been suppressed purposely, erased purposely. But then again, why are we sitting back complaining what someone else wants to keep in their library or museum when we have the same ability to start our own and record our own stories and history? What are we complaining for? We shouldn't be expecting nobody else to build a library to tell our story anyway. That's the first problem. Just a saying.
And if I could add a little bit to that, if anybody expects other groups and other people to erect something like that, like a museum, to tell their story, how honest do you really think they're going to be about it? Part of why a lot of us have come here is because we realized that the history we were given wasn't actually our history. The identity we were given wasn't actually our identity. It was a prime opportunity for us to be able to go and set the record straight. Let us take all of the things that we've learned, all the genealogy that we put together, and be able to tell our own story. The same way, right? The same way Asian Americans can go and tell you their history, where they came from, their culture, their language, their food. We can go and do the same thing. This is far beyond YouTube or Facebook, any platform that's online. This is an actual brick and mortar place people could go and see our story. Regardless of what tribe, what principal tribe your family comes from or descends from. Anybody from anywhere in the world really could come to the United States at some point, go to a museum that's created by us and see our story and know us for who we really are. It's a magnificent opportunity. All of these grants here are things that when we sit back and ask, well, what are we doing? What could we be doing to make our situation better? These are the things. Because this isn't just putting together a garden or putting together a museum. All of this is showing you that this is not only outreach to your community, but this is building of our own infrastructure. Because not only could you put, let's say, for an example, the garden or the museum, you can not only put family members, community members, friends, people that you know to work for this, but you can also enrich all of these people's lives because now they have work where a lot of us, especially in this day and age, may not be able to find it. This is how we build our infrastructure. And no laws need to be passed for this. This is what we're reading is already law. This is already stuff that we have at our disposal. I'm sorry, I just wanted to emphasize that point because I think this is important, especially when it comes to the museum and our story and our history.
No, that was much needed. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You were saying, Ms. Gavin?
I was saying.
As you were.
I forgot where I was at.
You were about to be a National Science Foundation if you didn't.
Oh, okay. Amounts awarded, valued at $4,000 to $6,000. Did I say that part? Yes,
but you can say it again.
Okay.
You just did.
I was about to say it again. Say it again.
Blanks like a truck. Windows like what? Programs, y'all.
Funds come due.
Yo, something wrong with you. I knew you was gonna keep it going.
Your head bad. Again, valued at $4,000 to $6,000. Those are amounts awarded. National Science Foundation, NSF grants. Several applicable NSF grants are offered. Awards amounted, variable. Let me click on this little hot link real quick. Oh, they've got an A through Z index. Okay. Biological sciences, computer and information sciences, and engineering, cross-cutting and NSF-wide education and human resources, engineering, environmental research and education, geosciences, integrative activities, international science and engineering, mathematical and physical sciences, social behavior and economic sciences, special programs, broadening participation, for graduate students, for K through 12 educators, for postdoctoral fellows. I wonder if this is, you know what? Nope. All I'm saying is A through Z. Bad joke. National Trust Preservation Funds. Grants from the National Trust Preservation Funds encourage preservation at the local level by providing seed money for preservation projects. For more information about this program or to learn how to apply, follow the link and read their guidelines and eligibility page.
Broken down simple, you might live in an area to where you probably have an historical building or historical area that you and your community would like to save. This is funding that you can use to save that area.
Okay, so they award their grants annually in 3 competitive rounds: February 1st, June 1st, and October 1st. Oh, wow. Okay. National Trust for Historic Preservation. Amounts awarded variable. Again, follow the link and read their guidelines and eligibility page. 2020. Wait, what year are we in? We in 2020, right?
You know it.
Okay. 2020 National Urban and Community Forestry Challenge Cost Share Grant Program. Through the USDA, that's the United States Department of Agriculture, Forest Service National Forest Resiliency Innovation Challenge Cost Share Grant Program. The Forest Service seeks to establish sustainable urban and community forests by encouraging communities of all sizes to manage and protect their natural resources to improve the public's health, well-being, economic vitality, and creates resilient ecosystems for present and future generations. Generations means, okay. 2020 application deadline is March 31st, 2020.
So that's for forests. Forest Service, National Forest Resiliency. Man. I wonder if food forest counts. Can we plant a food forest?
Approximately $900,000 they can grant in funds.
All grants funds must be matched at least equally. Intended to highlight major points about the program.
Okay, so get it ready for 2021. I don't see no excuse, but you know that. I don't think right. You know, my head.
You think left? Okay.
Yeah. To the left. Click the link. Do funding to. Amount awarded variable. The Stanley Smith Horticultural Trust actively seeking applications. The Stanley Smith Horticultural Trust invites applications for grants up to $25,000 for projects related to education and or research in ornamental horticulture, not-for-profit botanical gardens, arboreta, and most other tax-exempt organizations are eligible. The Stanley Smith Horticulture Trust was created in 1970 by May Smith in honor of her late husband. The trust supports education and research in ornamental horticulture, primarily in North and South America. Grants up to $25,000 are typically made to botanical gardens, arboreta, and universities. Letters of inquiry from organizations that match the trust's funding, interests, and qualifications are welcome. The application process is described on the For Grant Seekers page. Amounts awarded up to $25,000. Geographic restrictions, North and South America.
But what's the key word right beside that? Right beside the Stanley Smith Horticulture Trust? Actively seeking applications. That means right now, as we speak.
Shout out to May Smith and her late husband Stanley Smith for actively seeking application. Right now, Bones.
Right now. That's what it say right next to that green hot link. Actively seeking applications. They ain't say active, they say actively. That's a little bit more than just active.
They ain't say they acting like they accepting applications.
Yeah.
Acting like this no, actively accepting.
Listen, they saying they looking for them. Like, hey, we got these grants, we got this funding. Where y'all at? Come get it.
Where they at though? Up to 25K, and that's not. Does it say that it